This is a place where the infinite is possible. And you've just happened to find yourself here. This is not a coincidence. You have been called here to help yourself. If you pay close attention, you can empower yourself to be your own healer, to be your own person, to be your own source of happiness. And that's where it all begins. This is the BC Podcast. Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. It's that time again. I have just finished a 12.5-hour night shift, so please forgive me if I sound a bit sleepy. However, I feel like now is the right time to be doing this. Just to give you a picture, I brought my audio gear up to site with me this time. I don't normally do that. I normally just record from the computer's microphone if I have to do anything with the podcast up here. But I felt like I was going to be doing this episode. So I have brought some extra little things up with me, which put my luggage over. But that's okay. I got it here. And I've just had a shower. I put a face peel on. And I didn't really think about that properly beforehand, because now I think there's face peel on my headphones. I got some on my hands, and I'll peel it off whatever it ends up getting on later. But I just wanted to offer you all a bit of a gift. So take it if you want it, leave it if you don't want it. I know that a lot of people are going through hard times. They're going through strange times, times that we've never experienced before, and we're all trying to kind of figure it out as we go. And I brought up 3 oracle card decks with me, and I would like to give you a bit of a reading, or just drawing some cards for you. And if you don't know what oracle cards are and how to use them, just quickly, they're similar to the tarot cards, but I find these ones a bit more easier to understand for myself anyway. And you just hold the deck, you kind of put your energy into it just by holding it. You're doing that. And then you shuffle, and you can ask a specific question, or you can just say, which is my favorite, what do I need to know right now? And yeah, you can be specific, you can be quite open, and they're usually pretty spot on. And I treat them as a tool to communicate with spirit, the universe, divine energy, whatever it is that's out there that we don't know, can't see, God, if you want to call it God. And I find them really powerful, and they make me feel like I'm not alone, because some of the stuff that comes out is just on point, and you can't even make it up. So I use them a lot, and I would like to offer you some. This podcast will find you when you need it. So trust that there is a message in here for you if you're listening to this. So the first deck that I have is a shamanic medicine deck. It's one of my favorites. It smells amazing. I don't know why it smells amazing, but it smells very... the cards just smell like grounding, yet light and fluffy, kind of like a sweet smell and a relaxing smell. I don't know how that smell got on the cards. Maybe my oils, I'm not sure, but I sniff them every time. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle I'm just asking, what do you need to know right now? What does everyone need to know? What is going to help you all at this present moment in your life? And with choosing them, you just choose the one or many that kind of catch your eye, something about them. They all look the same when they're, wrong side up. But you can also like wave your hand over them to feel if one gives you a little tingle or something like that. Or one will fly out the deck and that's spirit saying, pay attention to this one right now. So I've drawn middle world present, and it's got a white horse with a beautiful bright sun, a big tree, and like a little cabin in the background of these valleys, and there's a little stream flowing through. So I'll just look that one up. This one comes up for me a lot actually. And there's so many, so you can never really remember what they all say. So here we go. Middle world wants you to remember where you have come from, as well as where you reside. The responsibilities that middle world brings can be a struggle, and you sometimes find it hard to cope or have feelings of not belonging. Have you felt as if you are a stranger upon this planet, or wished you could go home? Middle world understands and respects your desire to journey to other dimensions. Are you longing to enhance your connection with spirit, or are you seeking escape? To balance and harmonize with the web of life, it is important to acknowledge your residency in the physical world. Middle world is full of trials, tribulations, blessings, and achievements. You are here to learn and to flower. Journey to the lower and upper worlds of the tree of life to access wisdom and healing abilities, and bring them back here to your home in the middle world. When you journey in middle world, you are in present time, traveling through the physical landscape. Restore balance and embrace all that is seen and unseen. Middle world revealed. Our here and now is largely based on media information, much of which creates an illusion of separation. Many perceive the present as the only reality open to us. The present we have created is not without roots or branches. Do not become lost in this middle world of paradoxes and conundrums. Look ahead to the branches and be mindful to tend to your roots. So other meanings of this card. Stop living in the past. Your desire for yesteryear is holding you back. Fears for the future do not serve you. Release your worries. Make a list of all you are grateful for. Meditate to help you focus on the present. Striking a balance between roles is key. And then it gives a little poem. Middle world speaks. The place that you reside is here. Upon this earth realm have no fear. Live firm betwixt and in between. Connect with all seen and unseen. And I think that just, was spot on for what I was saying about people struggling. And it's just given some guidance as to what to do with ourselves. They just spin me out all the time. So I feel like I'm going to draw another card from the same deck. I feel like this is going to be a big reading, and I'm just going to go with my intuition with what I feel and how many cards we need right now. I feel like there's a lot. So again, I just start shuffling. Soul retrieval, reclamation, or reclamation, or whatever, how you say that. Here we go. Your emotions and feelings are running amok, leaving you confused and out of control. You're wary from putting the needs of others before your own. This card suggests there has been a struggle due to a lack of self-worth, stress, and distress. Recently, you have felt as though you have lost part of yourself and have been rather dispirited. Fragments of your beautiful soul are lost every time you give away your personal power to others or are verbally or physically attacked. Remember, the fears, beliefs, and faiths of others have played a big part in creating who you are not. Discernment enables you to separate others' thoughts and actions from your own. Soul retrieval journeys with you to the lower and upper worlds, where the fragmented parts of your soul reside. This can only be accessed with the assistance of your powerful animals and spirit guides, so be sure to call upon them. By bringing the missing parts of your soul back and reconnecting with them, you will once again feel whole and complete. Allow soul retrieval to restore harmony as you reclaim all that you are to step fully into your personal power. Soul retrieval revealed. This ancient shamanic practice is part of a process that can heal original wounds and soul loss. Calling on power animals, allies, and spirit helpers, the shaman journeys to the lower or upper world to retrieve fragmented parts of the soul of the person they are working with. Soul loss can occur due to the loss of a loved one, trauma, an accident, or abuse. Other meanings for this card. Step into your authenticity. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. You are seeing the truth in a situation. Open your eyes to what others are really saying. Be gentle with yourself. You are on the mend. Release judgment of yourself and others. Connect with and trust your guides. Soul retrieval speaks. Let's piece back your fragmented soul. To heal, to balance, to make you whole. Retreat from feeling guilt or shame. Personal powers yours. Reclaim. Again, so freaking on point. It just blows me away. Yeah, it's on point for me. It's on point, for a lot of you. And I'm trusting that if you found this is for you too. No matter the time frame. A year from now, a month from now, whenever. So the next oracle deck is Shapeshifters. Excuse me, I just had a burp. Oh. See, sometimes burping can be energy flowing through. So I'll often burp a lot when I'm about to work with clients. And it's just energy moving through. So I think there's some big ones in here. This deck was my very first one, and I fell in love with the artwork on it. So Shapeshifters. I just have to say that I love you all. Lots of them are jumping out right now. Phoenix of the waning moon. Something is about to end for now. Here we go. Let's find that one. So these ones are quite long-winded as well, but they're very, very cool. So Phoenix of the waning moon speaks. We all must learn how to first let something end. This time has now come for you. The moon of your life is metaphorically waning, and the death that will lead to rebirth approaches. Take heart, as I am with you to help you through this time of endings, of letting go, and sometimes of holding on tight to that which must be released. If someone or a beloved being is leaving, energetically or physically, or even transitioning. You must now let them go. It will make you sad, but there will be rebirth. And if it is a person of which we now speak, you will move through this time, the silver phoenix comforting you as a person or situation you have held onto now transitions. About the phoenix of the waning moon. The symbolism of the phoenix of the waning moon indicates that in order to be free from bondage, it is necessary to cut something away. The element of fire may be healthy for you to be working with at the moment, to purify, to finish up, to remind you that reignition will take place when the golden phoenix returns. Be active in the ending when this shapeshifter comes to you. Work with the phoenix of the waning moon's death by fire to release this liberation and help you to burn through to the end of something. The phoenix of the waning moon self-immolates, then is born once more from its own ashes. So what is it about your life? What is it that you are bound to that is not liberating for you, that you need to metaphorically burn, purify, and die to? So the meaning of the card. A time where you are reluctant to see an ending. You may wish to extend the time you have together. Or you may even feel like you are being cheated out of something you deserve. But the truth is that it must die for now in order to be reborn in another form at a later time. This is their chosen time to go. And from the ashes, something new will arise, new and yet familiar. Rebirth cannot take place without a death, and it is now time to end something, to let something both externally die and something internally die. It may be a long-held belief, a place of work that seemed to hold security, or a friendship that has grown unhealthy, or a beloved one who is actually transitioning. Whatever it is, let it go. It will return, and you cannot be reborn unless you first know how to die. This is your chance to learn something very profound, deep, and important. Do not miss it by resisting what must take place. Whew, that's why I was burping for you all, I think. Oh. I think a couple more cards from this deck. This one is usually usually pretty powerful for me, and there's a sister one to this, a mermaid's one, that's usually like a kick up the ass one. This one's not as much, but going from that card, it kind of feels a bit like a kick up the ass too. Hang on, sorry. Two kittens, you must choose. It's got this really cute image of a blonde beauty with two kittens that have blue eyes. 27. Two kittens speak. We'll help you make an important choice. So you are having trouble making a decision. You can't see which one to choose, which way to go. Both seem equally good or equally flawed. I have come to show you the difference between two choices. You know you can only take one road at this time, and you know too, you must trust that which you leave behind, that which you are telling yourself you are abandoning, will be safe and cared for. You will make it through this choice without feeling agonies of guilt. You will. The universe trusts you to make the right choice. Feel it. You can now choose between seemingly invisible ways. There will be a solution to this impossible situation. Put one choice down and move on with the other. There will never be a wrong choice. The only incorrect action at this time will be trying to do and have both. The other that you leave behind will not feel abandoned and angry as you fear. They will be safe and will not be harmed, and they will find the perfect place and person to be with. Your test is to choose one now. You cannot hold both and do what must be done. Trust. In this case, it is up to you to choose, and the loss you fear is in fact a freedom. Time will prove this so. For now, put one thing down and complete the other, or no real growth can take place. About 2 kittens. This magical being is holding tight to 2 beautiful cats. Both of them offer her growth in her femininity, independence, and satisfaction on many levels. Both of them are very young, very tender. She feels nurturing and protective towards them both. How can I put one down? She asks, torn. But she cannot do so at this time. And she is being asked to choose between the two, to separate one thing from another. And she is shocked to feel she must make this choice. When this being comes to you tune in, I'm dyslexic. Ask yourself, your body, what it wants to do. Make a decision. You can no longer go on at this point, attempting to walk in 2 directions at once. And that which you most fear, causing pain, will not take place when you choose, no matter what might be said. Cats are about your independence, your ability to leap high, and to make it through many tricky situations, and sensual desire. Choose one. Choose now. So the meaning for the card. There is such a challenging choice to be made at the moment. It could be between 2 jobs, 2 places to live, 2 people who wish to be in a relationship with you, 2 friends who wish to have your time, or even, just as it is in the image on the card, between 2 gorgeous creatures you wish to adopt and protect. It is necessary for you to tune in and do something, right now, for you cannot continue as you are at present. One thing must be left, for its rightful place is not with you. The universe will send you so many messages to help you decide, but it is you who must act, who must choose, who must say what your decision is. Passivity, will lead to greater pain for all at this time, and that is something you are responsible for. So choose, act, get clear, stay open and calm, and the decision will come. But the choice, this card insists, must be made. No more compromise on this. It almost goes hand in hand with the last card in the fact of letting go. Beautiful. Okay. One more from this one. And sometimes when you get something in your throat too, that's, also the energy and in like something that needs to be shared, that is powerful, that needs to be paid attention to, and many other things. Dinosaur friends. Childhood treasures resurface. 15. You have with you some very important mementos, treasures, and keepsakes, all of which are actually powerful talismans and totems of protection. It is time to take them out again from their boxes, from behind the wardrobe or up in the attic, and bring them down. So say we, the dinosaur friends. Clean them and feel the energy that was poured into them so very long ago. Even if it is the tiniest scrap of something, a fragment of a photo, it holds so much potent power and energy for you at this time, and will both show you how far you have come and how much closer you are to being your true self. All powerful ones who shapeshift and change have a talisman or treasure or touchstone that reminds them of who they are in a very essential way. It is time for you to seek out this most valuable heart's treasure, to reconnect with it, and feel the beautiful power and sense of once again remembering just who you are in all its complexity and fragmented, perfectly imperfect beauty. No. That, just before I go on, that is coming back to the first card in looking back and showing you how far you've come. Oh, okay. About dinosaur friends. These fascinating, quirky familiars arrive to ask you to pay attention to the beautiful treasures buried in your memory, even in reality, suffocating in old chests and stuffed away in drawers. It is time to rediscover something discarded, and when you reclaim it and its worth, you can either keep it, share it, give it away, or recreate something from it. But you must touch it, feel it, know it again. You are being reminded by these ancient ones that childhood friends know your ancient history. Reconnecting with them can reawaken potentials you have shut down for some time. Your talents and I'm getting a lot of stuff for myself from this. I'm sorry. I'm coming back. Your talents and imaginings of your younger days can be revisited and even restored. Such jewels and wonders await you, and they are all in the mementos of the past. They do not wish you to wallow or stagnate in the past, but to bring something that is well worth reviving into the present moment. Do this, and they will send you so many messages to share their joy and happiness with you. All little moments of good luck that once experienced make you feel so blessed and delighted to have claimed your own very sacred everyday history. Message from the card. A childhood friend from long ago returns. They know your history. Surround yourself with the comforts of childhood. Others may look and think, what is that old thing? They may even say this. Do not trouble yourself. The truth is, they too have their old thing that may seem obsolete and sentimental to another. And if they have separated so far from their treasures, time will bring them back to understanding and recognizing their value once again, or not. It is not your concern whether others understand. Only keep your treasure close. You may be about to see people from your past, visit an old family home, head to a reunion, or just have an unexpected encounter with something that brings you back to you a very strong memory. It is worth bringing out because it will enrich you and make you feel very loved and appreciated. Yeah, that brought up a lot for me, actually. Some old jewelry that some family members have given me. family members that I don't really have a relationship with anymore. And I was just thinking what to do with them. Melt it down, bring it back, and take it for the gesture that it was, even though these people have not been very kind. But in the moment when they thought of you and got you this gift, they had love in their heart. I will sit with that. And I hope that sharing maybe makes you think of something like that too. I often I haven't worked out yet how much I'm going to share of my own stuff completely yet. Maybe a little bit by little bit. Okay. So this last deck is the Fairy Forest. And I've been working with this one all week for myself. And it's been really freaking in your face, on point, loud and clear for me. So what do you guys need? 42, bliss, contentment, satisfaction, security. Oh, that sounds nice. These ones are quite short. You are contented, relaxed, and serene. This is no time of complacency, but of true abiding happiness, loving relationships, supportive friendships, meaningful work, and a flowing joy. You are secure, safe, and well, and this bliss has mature, healthy roots and branches. It will endure. Your questions and searching, your pain and crisis, they are in the past. It is now time to be of service in the name of love, to send out love and contentment, to be a living embodiment of the beauty that life can be. You may fear some will be jealous or envious, and so you have been quiet about your joy. But if you share with a loving, secure, and sound heart, and send this love out into the wider world, your contentment can only be maintained and deepened. You are the person who proves that bliss is no dream. It can happen. The more you give, you more you will benefit. The more you give, you more you will benefit. I think they've made a spelling error. The more you give, the more you will benefit. This being coming forward to speak with you signifies that which many of us live for: close family ties, children, a pregnancy, material satisfaction, stability, happiness, and long-term satisfaction and success. All you must do is radiate out this energy and be grateful. This is not to say there will never be challenges. They will come, but so again will bliss. Embrace it. So that one, for me, feels like this is what's coming after doing all of the work in those other cards. That's what I feel like. We will get to bliss again from these challenges that we've been going through. And then more challenges will come, and then more bliss will come, and then more challenges, and then more bliss. You know how it goes. Life. Oh, had a jumper. Oh, I just pulled this one out yesterday? Yesterday. The Merciful one. Compassion, release, relief. There is a time to hold on and to endure, and there is a time to open our hands and let the soul fly free. You may be remembering that death is a sacred rite, and be learning about the nature of the physical transition that is taking place. Death is a huge taboo in modern culture, yet it is a path that is sacred and walked by all of us fortunate enough to have lived. So the Merciful One comes forward with love, respect, and compassion to ask you to hold the space for those who are departing and to allow yourself to let go, either of your own self or of another being who is readying themselves to return to the other world. This is the card of deep, sacred change, from one stage to another, one form to another, but mostly truly in its heart. It is the card of letting go, and the great mercy that this letting go brings to those of us in pain and unable to stay as we are. The Merciful One lifts pain, makes passing easy, ensures we are surrounded by loved ones, and respects the great moments that this is. Know now that a death of a kind is coming, and the Merciful One wishes the letting go to be dignified and sacred. So let go, and let an ending continue with beauty, dignity, and mercy. And I feel like that is the end for us, and it ties back to the first card. Wow. What do you guys think about that? Let me know if that helped you, because it helped me, and it helped me even doing this podcast this way. Didn't help me having a face mask restricting my mouth, but lesson learnt. Yeah, I feel like that last one was a bit of a like bringing us back to the present. The second last one was the future. For me, this is how I'm interpreting it. And those other, I've lost count, 5? There's other 5 maybe? Were, the steps that we need to take and the process that's happening for us. And, putting a strong positive spin on whatever it is that you're facing, whatever challenge, whatever decision, whatever shedding you're going through. And then we go through that, bliss is coming, and then back to let go of the shit. We don't need it anymore. Remember that death is part of this process of life. We're all going to die, and I think we need to talk about it more. We don't see it. It's all hidden away, closed up. People don't talk about it. People don't know how to talk about it. I don't know how to talk about it. I've been fortunate in my life that I've only really lost one person that I've really deeply loved, and I've lost pets, but they're just, to me, they're different kinds of grief. I feel like losing a human leaves a bit of a hole in your life forever, but it is part of that. So, I don't really know how to deal with death, but I want to learn. And I want to be able to say something to someone going through the process of losing somebody, or the process of themselves winding down and getting ready to move on to the next phase of whatever this is. But I don't know at this moment. But yeah, so death, bliss, let go. Sorry, I'm getting a bit rambly as the time ticks on. Let me know if you want more of these, I think I'm gonna do more, whether you want them or not. But it's nice to hear feedback anyway. Yeah, hopefully those hit something for you, clicked something into place, and if not, all good. I'm just here trying to serve, trying to do something for everyone else. I got a lot out of those. So yeah, I'm going to try and see if I can upload this right away. If not, I'll try and do it when I wake up, but I need sleep very, very soon, and I need to peel this face mask off my face. Thanks for listening, everybody, and lots of love to you all. We can do this. We can get through this shit and try to appreciate all the shit for being shit and what it's teaching you about yourself. And if you can't do that right now, just put one foot in front of the other and remember to lean forward. That was the best advice I ever got when my world was falling apart. And I use that often now because my world falls apart often. Oh, lots of love. I think I already said that, but more love again. And see you next time. Bye. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you're digging what I'm doing here, please go to iTunes, give it a rate and review. That would really help me out and I'd appreciate it. The intro music was done by Tran Exista, and I'll put a link to where you can find those guys in the description. The birds were collected by Glen from 4D Empty, and I'll also put the links to where you can find him and those guys in the description also. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to be here with me, and hopefully I can just keep giving you guys more. Lots of love. Bye.